Hello. So I just left the lake house that we got done doing. It's been a couple months now that the home has been finished, but we got to meet with the interior designer. The guy came and he did some pictures and took some pictures of things, but then myself and Shelby got to kind of do like a little closeout, part at the end. They're gonna do like a little drone shot of the home and show how that's all finished up. And that was kind of exciting to do that. Now I'm heading back to the office. It's a super rainy day here. Heading back to the office, gonna get some paperwork done. And the guys actually poured concrete this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it absolutely bucketed rain on them. And that was a risk that the other contractor wanted to make. We tried to say, hey, listen, don't think it's gonna be a good idea for us to pour the concrete out today. Let's push it. They said no. We had them, agree that finish was going to be on them if it came out bad, and they decided to take the responsibility for it, along with, potential additional charges that would come with that. And like I said, got it all poured out. Guys are finishing it. There's a small little bit of aggregate on the corner of the building, and the aggregate, when we say that, it's kind of like where you can see the stones coming through the concrete. It's not like a really kind of smooth, perfect finish. It's a little bit rough on that side. So they, like I said, were willing to deal with it, and that is on them. So we'll kind of see how it all goes once we're all finished up. And I think the floors are going to get covered anyway with LVT, so I don't really know how much that honestly matters. But I think we always like to try and do the best job that we can, make sure it's quality for everybody. But again, they were willing to take the risk, so it's kind of what happens. Hey guys, so I wanted to kind of share a quick little story and something kind of new and exciting for Dieter Construction. As a kid growing up, just down the road from me, there was a landscape company, and I used to go down there since the age, I think 7, 8 years old, and I'd always be asking them for a job and if I could work. And the main thing I wanted to do, I wanted to drive these diggers, is what I used to call them, the JCBs. So as a kid growing up, I thought everything was a JCB. I didn't know about Caterpillar, John Deere, Bobcat, never heard of any of those. All I knew was JCB, and I always wanted to have a JCB and be a JCB operator. And in our business, we don't do a lot of big excavation stuff. We subcontract a lot of that out. We don't self-perform it, but we do have a skid steer and a mini excavator, and we dig our own footings and clear our lots and dig in yard lines, and we do lots of different things, our landscaping, things like that. Well, about 4 months ago, I sold our skid steer. It was just, getting old, wasn't in great shape, and I thought I want to buy something new, and kind of was holding off, didn't know what to get, and I saw this commercial, and it was for a JCB teleskid. And so a teleskid, it's just like a skid steer, but the boom will come out a little bit. It'll extend out, and it makes it easier for loading and unloading things, and putting things onto trailers, and just handy to have. And so kind of did some research on it, thought back and forth, and finally pulled the trigger. And so today we are getting our JCB. It's getting delivered. We ended up purchasing it in Hoxie, Kansas. Sales guy was a very nice guy. Everything worked out really well, smooth, fast, and so we're getting it delivered today, and I'm excited. Like I said, as a kid, kind of always wanted to be like a JCB operator, and now in a sense it's kind of coming true in a sense. We've got this machine on its way, and we're excited. I'll try and do like a little kind of video of that and show you. So Bo is our main operator. He's the one that kind of drives the machines quite a lot. He's got way more knowledge than I do, a lot better of a driver than I am, and so I might ask him to put the camera on and kind of give him a little demo of what he's doing in a day, and just a little jobs that we're up to. This has been my third stop of the day. We're down at the apartment complex. We have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of
7.5 buildings done. I have to think about that for a minute. And the others are almost almost all finished. We're waiting for some detail things to get done. There's the fire sprinklers are getting programmed. I believe the alarm's getting turned on, and then you have to do something called a ring out when they'll come and test the alarm, make sure it all works okay. Got to get that done. I'm going to meet with Thomas, our project manager, and go over a few small notes with him. And I guess there's a small list of things we need to order. The goal and the plan has been to finish the end of this month. We are, funny enough, I actually looked at my watch and my watch is dead. I don't even know what date we're on at the moment, but I'll pop the date up here on this little video. We have started another side to this whole big project. We've started actually a clubhouse. Now the clubhouse, we're working directly for the new owner, and so the guys are over there right now. They've started digging. We started actually digging it about a week ago, and it's just been rain after rain after rain, and so they're there and they're getting it dug out, and we should have trusses in for the end of next week, get a pad on there too, and start to move along finally on that. This week in good old Northwest Arkansas, or I should say actually the past weekend, you know, it was hit with a tornado. It caused some pretty bad damage to the Bentonville area, Decatur area, and downtown Rogers. And you know, I kind of wanted to get on Instagram, and I put up this post, and I just, you know, I thought it was really important to try and let people know, you know, unfortunately in this world there's always going to be the people that'll love to jump at an opportunity to take advantage of someone. And this kind of goes for everyone out there, you know, when you're getting any kind of work done to your home, whatever it is, landscaping, just quick maintenance, remodeling, a new addition, a new home, just always make sure that you have a good source, whoever it is, that they're licensed, that they're insured, that they have good references. And you know, I think even too, just being like an actual local company, because years ago there was a tornado in Joplin, Missouri, and I remember going up there. At the time I was actually working for someone else, but I remember going up and just hearing the countless stories of people had just been taken advantage of. And it was young, but a lot of older people, you know, I think they just like kind of shake on it and they thought it was a good thing, and homeowners giving them like, you know, 30 or 40% down, and then just boom, never came back, and then all of a sudden couldn't get a hold of anyone. And so I was kind of posted that and talked about that. And you know, again, luckily a lot of our jobs were okay. The one for us in downtown Bentonville got hit pretty good. There's another one in downtown Rogers that we are the subcontractor on for a larger company, and we built this Kwanzaa hut. And the Kwanzaa hut, it actually held up really well, but I guess material on what we call building 3 or B3, it flew off, the framing flew off, and ended up landing on part of the Kwanzaa and did some pretty big damage. So they've been going through their insurance and talking to the owners and to the company owners and trying to figure all that out and what's going to happen there. So I haven't really been down to that job site to show you, but I'll attach a picture so you guys can kind of see what that looked like. And other than that, the week is kind of coming to an end for us, and yeah, it was a busy one. So we have a new project. It is over in Rogers, and it's going to be a custom home. It's actually going to be 2 custom houses. One is going here, one's going over on the other side of the land. So there's 2 lots split down. It's owned by 2 brothers. We're getting set up to do the well today. So we have Summers coming in. They're going to drill a well. It's going to go down about 650 to 700 feet. And the owner's right there. We've got guys out trying to get the septic tank area designed and laid out for us so we can get a good placement on the house, because the owner would like for the home to sit as far back as possible from the road. We're still waiting on permits and things like that, so it'll be a while before we actually really get into break ground here, but we're trying to get all the preliminary things done and ready and get the little things out of the way. Putting this new machine to work, kind of. I don't think it's to its max potential right here, but doing something. I'm just leaving the job here that we have in Rogers for this home. It's actually going to be the second home that I've built for these brothers, and so obviously means we're doing something right. But they've started with the drilling. They said they're going to take about 3 days to get that done, and then the septic tank guys are there because the owner wants to try and get the house as close as possible to the back. He doesn't want his house to sit too close to the road. So we're trying to come up with some different ideas. Typically, the cheaper system is the regular gravity fed. It's a average normal septic system, and then you can do, there's another system, I don't remember the name, and then the most expensive one is like a drip system. But a drip system would end up costing almost $35,000, but you can work in smaller areas with it. So I think right now we're just trying to figure that out and see what we're gonna do, bring that to the owner, talk to him about it, see what he'd like to do, and then go from there. So until that's all figured out, we still got to get the design back, submit that to the health department. They'll stamp it, approve it, and then, or they'll have comments about it, and then we'll send it over to our local city here, and then they'll approve plans, and we can start to break ground. So we still have a ways to go, but we've gotten started. So here we are. I know everyone has seen this probably a good handful of times if you're watching my little videos, but here's Bo pulling in with the Mini. We're gonna try and start cleaning up around these light pole bases that we dug out, getting rid of our wash box for the concrete, and just trying to focus in on some small detailed little things. Nothing really that affects our final, but it's just wanted to obviously get it all cleaned up in the end. The guys are taking trash out of this apartment, and the inspector's kind of making his way around. So we're doing a final cleanup. And then here's where we're building the clubhouse. They have started to excavate out a lot of the dirt. That dirt wasn't really solid for us to be able to build a structure on it. And so they're digging it out and they're putting in red dirt and then compacting that down. And then that will allow us to have a solid base to start building our slab on it. We've had a lot of rain here lately, so they haven't been able to get in any more red dirt at the moment. So it's taken us a little longer than we wanted to, but that is how it goes. And you can see it's wet here as well. But so they've dug all that out, and then you can see the red dirt, the difference. It's just got a lot of rock in it, and solid, and they'll come and they'll pack that down, and we'll get a pad up here. And then we'll be able to build. Hey guys, I wanted to try and get out and about and start to have a look at some of our projects today. I've been in the office the last couple days and in little meetings, but this is the home that we've been doing in downtown Rogers, and I don't know if everyone's kind of following along. We've been really making great progress, but unfortunately with the storm that came through, it ended up pushing this large tree over. Well, it broke it really and landed in on the home, and it's done a bunch of damage to it. The roof is going to probably have to all be replaced. Broke some of the roofing joists and smashed out the window, and the job has been put on hold now until insurance can get in and have a look at it, and then we're gonna, I guess, go from there. So yeah, it's a really unfortunate for the owner, and I know that they were excited about getting into their home honestly quicker than what we had thought originally, but with this it looks like we will be delayed. So in the meantime, we got the tree cleaned up. We've tried to kind of clean up outside the best that we can for now, and we're gonna wait and see how that goes. So just leaving the Bentonville job, kind of got to have a look at that with Jeffrey. Boom, chauffeur for today. And now we're gonna head out to the Fayetteville project to check in on that and see how things are coming along. The cleaner started today, and then after the cleaning is done, we'll have a little bit of touch up and just final punch list items, and then they'll be able to get moved into their new office, and that'll be another one off the books for us.